Mesopotamian civilization.
Egyptian civilization.
Mesopotamian civilization.
Mesopotamian
Civilization.
Civilization. Civilization.
Civilization.
Very good. Then Chinese civilization.
Chinese
civilization.
And Africa.
African civilization.
Okay, good. Okay, all on mute. Okay, so let's study about all these things in detail. But today we are going to study only about the Egyptian civilization in detail. We'll be studying about the Egyptian civilization in detail today. Okay. So what do you remember when I say the word Egypt? What comes to your mind first? What comes to your mind first when we say when you hear about the word Egypt? When you hear about Egypt, what comes to your mind? What comes to your mind when you hear about Egypt? Anyone? Nothing comes to your mind when you hear the name Egypt. Egypt is known for what?
Pyramid, sir.
Yes, correct. So Egypt is known for pyramid, and that is the what so great about Egypt. That tells about the civilization of the Egypt, the people from Egypt. Very good observation. So let's see about everything in little bit detail. Okay, come on. So generally, civilization, we say that all the civilization where they started, all the civilization started at the river bank, right? For example, the civilization of Harappa started where? Which bank river? Which bank river? Umesh. Harappa civilization started at which river bank?
Sindhu River.
Sindhu River, Arfat, correct. Sindhu River. I see many in this not responding properly. Umesh have not responded twice or thrice. I'm going to put absent for you. Okay. So Sindhu
Sir,
River.
only 8 members is there, sir.
Okay, leave it. If they want, let them stay. If not, then no problem. Leave it. Okay. Umesh, I called you many times. There is no response from you. Asia. Okay. So Egyptian civilization, let's come back to the chapter. So all the civilization started at the river bank. Like that, the Egyptians. Okay, fine, Umesh. Okay, fine. So the civilization of the Egypt, where it started at the river. Which river? Which is the longest river in the world? Come on, tell me. River Nile. River? Nile River. Husna Kanum. Husna?
River Nile.
Husna, Aisha Kanum. Can
Yes,
you hear
sir.
me? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Sorry, sir. My network was too bad today. I can't able to join proper.
Okay, fine. Okay, good. Okay, so River Nile, the Egyptian civilization, Egyptian people, where they start, like India means Indian Harappa civilization started at the river Sindhu or river Indus. So like that, the civilization of the Egypt started at the river Nile. Okay, river Nile. Now, how we know that there are many things we found in the river bank? How we know that the civilization of Egypt people started at the Nile River? Because how we came to know? Because many relics of the people, many things found in the river bank of river Nile. From that is been there for thousands and thousands years ago. That's why we come to know a conclusion that in the river bank of Nile only, the Egyptian civilization started. For the example, for the proof for it, we could found that from the pyramids. Almost all the pyramids are built near the river Nile. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so all the pyramids have been built nearby the river Nile, and many sculptures, many big sculpture. The sculpture mean what do you understand? Like a statues, no? Many statues, especially the statue of Gaza, everything is being found near the river Nile. Then many temples, there were big temples that were also found near the river Nile. And the inscriptions, you know what is inscriptions? What is
Yes,
inscription?
have
What is
written in
inscription?
stones.
Yeah, so many of the inscription written on the stones also find the temples that is nearby the river Nile. So all this tell about the civilization of which people?
Asian.
Asian. Which
Egypt.
people?
Egyptian.
Egyptians, the people of Egypt. It tells about the civilization of the Egypt people. So the Egyptians. Now let's do what is so unique about the Egyptian. They have contributed, as I said, when you think about the Harappa civilization, you remember about the town planning, everything extra, their contribution. So what are the things the Egyptian contributed to the world? What are the things they have done? So they were very expert. They were very expert. They were good at farming. They were good at farming, and they used to build big temples. They were good at irrigation. You know what is irrigation system? Do you know what is irrigation system?
Yes, sir.
What is irrigation system, Aisha?
Sir, irrigation system is at agriculture, related to agriculture.
It's agriculture. How? That means you kind of build a dam. For example, the river is running. You divert the river water and you divert that water for your agricultural purposes. That is called irrigation system. You understand now? So
Yes,
for
sir.
example, there is a river is running through Gangondranahalli. So what Aisha will do? Aisha will make a canal and get that water to her house to cultivate ragi or rice or wheat. Now now do you understand what is irrigation system? So
Yes, sir.
yeah, so you take the water from the main river, you take the water for the agriculture purpose. That is called an irrigation system. And Egyptians are very good at it. And they built many big temples. And they are the one who invented the calendar. Okay, who invented there were different people.
Sir.
So the different people invented the Gregorian calendar we have. But first, the calendar was invented by the Egyptian. Even Chinese calendar also there. But first it was invented by the Egyptian. Sorry, to measure the time. They are the one invented. And they use the writing. The people, what is their contribution? They were good at writing script. What kind of script were they writing? They all were symbols. For example, the symbol of a dog, the symbol of a wolf, the symbol of human beings, all the language. For example, now we have the Hindi script or you have English script. We write it letters. But earlier, it was not the case. Like Chinese language and all, just draw the picture like that. The Egyptians also, they just had a symbol. The symbol of whatever it is, the symbol of a dog, the symbol of a lion, the symbol of a wolf. All this communicates about some kind of the other, the language. So they had small drawings. Small drawings also they had. What it is all called? Hieroglyphics. What it is called? Hieroglyphics, the symbolic language. So the Egyptian used the symbols as a language, and that is called hieroglyphics. Everyone, repeat after me. Hieroglyphics.
Sir, only 4 members.
So we saw the contributions done by the Egyptian people. They were good at farming, they were good at irrigation, they used to build big temples, and they used the symbolic language, and that is called hieroglyphics. That's all about the contribution done by the Egyptian people. Now come back to the next one. I told the civilization, the Egyptian civilization started at which river? Which river?
Nile.
Nile,
Valley.
River Nile. Now the Nile Valley. Now Nile Valley means, the valley means, you know what valley means? This is, so for example, it's a mountain mean, say this is a mountain. Then mountain, it will come like that. There is something like this, no? So,
Yes, sir.
for example, this is a mountain. For example, if the mountain, this gap is there, no? This is called a valley. So this valley will be, so during the rainy season, all the valleys will be filled with water. All the valleys will be filled with
Water.
So that one, that will become like a big lake. Can you please mute? Who's that?
Sir, anybody's.
Okay. So during the rainy season, all these valleys, for example, it's a mountain, it's like a small mountain. The valley, the center part, it's like this. So during the rainy season, that part will be filled with the, you understand? During the rainy season, that part will be filled with water. And that
Then
becomes,
sir, then how will it over, sir, valley? It will stay or?
the water will be stay there. No, you must have seen lake. It become a lake. Now you see many lakes in Bangalore, right? Have you seen any lake in Bangalore?
Yeah.
So like that. So like that, it become a lake. During the rainy season, all the water will be filled, and that Nile River, that is main. During the rainy season, what happened? All the water from the Nile River, the water comes to the land, and it goes into the valley, and the valley will be filled with water, and that valley becomes a lake. Understand now? So the river water, during the rain time, what will come? The water will increase, and then the water will come to the valleys, and the valleys will be filled with water, and that will become a lake. Now you understand? All of you understand whatever it is, even you must have known in your own example, you must have seen, especially during the rainy season, rain, a lot of rain will be happening, then the water will be coming from there, and it will be dumped in one place, and that transforms into a big lake. That's what happened even in Egypt. So after the rainy season, what happened? All these valleys will be dried up, right? There won't be any water. After rainy season, will there be water? Yes or no? Yes or no? Tell me. Yes or no? Tell me. Nobody is telling me anything. After
Yes,
rainy
sir.
season, no, there won't be water. The valley will be dry.
Yes, sir.
Then it is so hot. See, you know that Egypt is like a desert.
No, sir.
Egypt is kind of a desert. Okay, first to keep that in mind. It's a dry land. That what is Egypt is gifted with the Nile River. During the rainy season, is okay. The river will be just flowing, coming here to the valley, and the valley will be filled with the water. Then there'll be water. But after once the rain gets over, the valley water will be reduced because it will be evaporated, and there won't be any more water. Now little bit, but there'll be a land will be wetland. So that is used for agriculture. The wetland is used for agriculture. So that valley, the people started to cultivate crops like rice, wheat, other agriculture thing. Now you understand? Same land become grazing land. Grazing field means the cattle, the cows, sheep, then can go and eat grass from there, or that same land can be used for agriculture purpose during the after the rainy season. Okay, clear?
Okay, sir.
King of Babylon. Okay, give me a second. I make up. Who is that? I could hear some music. Okay, thank you. So see the river, what is so great about the Nile Valley is the Nile Valley is so gifted. That is the work of the 1,000 people is done by one river. The river water goes to the valleys and it fills the land, and that land can be used for agriculture purpose. So here no human need to, as a human being, I need not to go and get the water from the Nile River for my agriculture. Nothing, I need not to do anything. The river itself does all the work. The Nile Valley does all the work by itself, because the land becomes so fertile, because the river water comes to the valleys. The valley becomes so fertile land, so I can cultivate anything and everything. Okay, clear? So this Nile Valley provided food for the people. Nile Valley provided food for the people. From the Nile Valley only people started to cultivate all the things. Okay. Now, apart from that, agriculture, and people also were good in creation, artistic work. Artistic work means art, you know, right? They were good at drawing or some kind of a craft, making craft, making small craft, like now your basket and all, weaving a basket. In your house, you must have had baskets, right? The plastic basket. No, I'm not talking handmade products. So like different designs, artistic, they were good at art or artistic things. And the priest, what did the priest mean? You know that, who is the priest? Who is the priest? What do you understand by priest? What is the meaning?
Sir, like our religion have that morally of that, like, no.
Yes, correct, very good. So like that, the priest of Egyptian people have a priest, and what do they used to do? They will explain all things to the people about the nature, also they interpret about the nature and explain to the people. Fine. Manan, can you please mute yourself? Manan, I think you have audio has some issue. Can you please mute yourself? Yeah, fine, thank you. Then what is other things? The priests were like the Maulyas, you have Maulyas and all like that. Priests are like a high learned people. They know everything. They are like a good teachers. They used to teach everything to the people. The priests were doing everything. Now, so the Egyptian people believe that after death there is life. What about your religion? Does it teach you that after life is there? After death is there a life? Is Islam teaches you like that? I'm asking this question with curiosity. Aisha, Kanu, Marfat, or Saishait, or Manan, you can answer. According to the teaching of your religion, do you have life after death? That means after you die, do you have again one more life? Do you have?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, it does teaches you the same thing. Even the Egyptians, according to their religion, after death there is life. They believed that. So what is their source? An account of his deeds. A man had to give an account of his deeds. So as I am a human person, if I am living, I have to give the account of what I have done in the world. So according to that only I will get, I will be able to. So for example, how I am living. If I am living, I have to live a good life in this world. I have to give account. I have to give account to whom? I have give, like you have to give. We all have to give account to Allah. No, what are the good things you have done?
Yes, sir.
The same thing. They have to. The Egyptians also believe that if you are done good things, so you have to do good many things, and you have to give account to the God. They believe that. Then most powerful God, their God is like the powerful God of life and death. What is the God of Egyptians? Is God of life and death. What is the name of the God? God of life and death.
Death.
God of light and death. So what is that? Even the Egyptian people know, Egyptian priest and all, the Maulyas, they consider, see, living in this earth is nothing. It is not so permanent. It is just a temporary. Life on earth is just temporary. I will live in this world just for maybe 60 years, but that is not what is. But That is not so great. I am living here in this earth. That will prepare me for me to live the next life. So that is the next life, mean the life after death. That is the good life. That is the life which is waiting for everybody. Okay. So what we are living in this world, that is not a permanent life. We will be living here for 60 days, 60 years. That is not so that is not what all about. That everything we will get for what we are, everything what we are going to get is, that depends on this, how many years we live in this world. That is important. At the same time, the life on earth is not permanent. It is just a temporary. The life,
Yes, sir.
so the life after death, that is what permanent. The life after death is, that is permanent.
Permanent.
So life here is it permanent or temporary?
Temporary.
Temporary, just temporary. That's all. Okay. Then the dead body. You know that how the mummies, you know the pyramids, the mummies all about. How they make the mummies? Mummies means what? Any of you? What is
Sir,
mummies? Mummies, what
I
do they
saw
do?
it in movie.
You showed in you watched movies. Okay. So
Yes.
mummies mean how, for example, the great people, the rich people and kings, when they die, mean they believed, I told you, right? There is always a life after death. So they have to preserve the body. They think that if I die, after the death, after my death, I will wake up. My body should be preserved so that I can have my next life. So that's why they used to cover their body with a nice cloth, and they used to pour different of fragrance, different chemicals on the body, so that the body will not get corrupted. It will remain as it is. Okay, the body will not be decomposed. The body will remain the same, so that after the death, they will have another life. They remember, right? I told you, after the death only they have another life. So that can be, they try to preserve this body in a coffin. You must have seen in the box, the coffin box, you know what is a coffin? You know that? The box, the dead body, where we keep the dead body, no? Have you seen dead bodies?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah. So however, the box that the Egyptians had, it's like a nice, like a human being structure, like a coffin. They make that one, and they will cover their entire body with a cloth. They tie the body with a nice cloth, and they will pour all the chemicals, and then they will keep the dead body, and along with the dead body, they will cover it. They will cover the coffin, and they will keep it safe in one place. They used to keep
Why,
it.
sir, they do?
So I don't know why they're doing it. They believed a life after death. So if there is a life after death, even after the death, after my death, I need a body. No, if there is no body, they believe.
Yeah. But they why cover with bandages? White.
That to preserve the body. For example, if I die, all will all the worms and all each will my skin, everything. Then nothing will remain. Only bone will remain, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that noise also comes.
Yeah. So all things will be gone. So
Noise.
that is why, to preserve, for example, my face should be like this as it is. To preserve that only, they covered it with cloth. They put all the chemicals to protect the body as it is. Okay, that's why they did it. Now they did not. So that is called mummy. So mummy means the dead bodies, the protected. How the way you used to cover those everything, that is called mummies. Now,
Sir, I have a doubt.
yes,
Till
Aisha.
now also they have doing right now in Egyptian.
Now the people are not doing like that. The olden days,
In Egypt.
now Egypt, they are not. Now the people are not doing the same thing like mummies. They cover chemical. No, now the people are not doing. I'm talking about the ancient people, the ancient civilization, the beginning time. The people used to do like that. Okay, now they are not doing anything. But now the archaeologists, I told you about the archaeologists, right? The archaeologists are discovering that. Archaeologists are discovering like many mummies. If you can watch the videos in YouTube and all, the discovery of.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, these
They
days they are
have discovered and put in the museum.
Yeah, so like that, many things are being found. So you can see that. So that is what. Nowadays, nobody is doing anything. It is done thousands and thousands of years ago. See how it is preserved. Now,
Sir,
apart
why
from
they
that,
do that, like, sir?
that's why I explain. No, They believe there is a life after death. After you die, you have a life to live. So I need, for example, I die, but my body should be preserved. I need a body after my death. So I need to protect my body. That's what. If I don't protect my body will be gone, my skin will be gone. I won't be having anything. Okay, please. Nadia, please mute. Manan, can you please mute yourself? Okay, thank you. Okay, so now they not only do that. Okay, there is something so funny about it also. They not only preserve their body, whatever things they used, for example, the vessels, the gold, they wear all the ornaments. When they die, they will wear nice dress, the dresses which they use,
Yes.
the gold, the ring, the what is that called, the necklace they use, everything they will put on them, and that's the end of the life.
This is so funny, sir.
It's so
After
funny.
getting also they're getting.
Okay, it sounds so funny. See how the people. That's why I don't know that people they believe there is life after death. So I need, when I come after next life, I should have everything. No, next to live the next life, I need my body. I need my dress. I
Do
need
not
my
become
necklace.
poor man.
I need ornaments. I need everything. Even I need my cooking vessels. What are all things I used? Everything I needed for the next life. So they will carry. Whenever they die, they carry whatever things they used. That is what the Egyptian they used to do. See, you understand? Huh? But the truth is, when
Yes,
we
sir.
die,
Yes.
we are not going to carry anything. But they took away everything because they believe there is life after death. So when I come back to next life, I should have something with me. So these are the things are near to me. So I will take away for next life. You understand? You all got it?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
sir.
Okay.
Next Janam.
Yeah, great. So that they used to items needed for daily use. Items mean, for example, they need cooking vessels or whatever it is needed for how to live a daily life. Everything been even rice, everything they used to keep near to them. So next life, this is how the people they believed about the next life. Okay. Now you see, this is the pyramid. Where did they used to keep the mummies, dead body, the coffin? They used to keep in the pyramid. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir.
Inside this pyramid, why they used to preserve it inside the pyramid? It was so protective. Nobody will come and take the dead body from here. Maybe protection from the wild animals. Nobody can go to and take it. It is completely protected. That's the reason why they build it.
Sir, inside I don't. Anyone will be did not go there, sir.
Yeah, not anybody can go. This is under the control of this now ASI. Nobody can go and take the dead body from there and all. Nobody can simply enter there.
Only one dead body is there here.
No, see, you can go as a tourist. You can only go there as a tourist. As a tourist, you can go, but you cannot simply. It is not 24/7 open. You cannot simply go and take anything from there. You can't do that. Now,
How they make this, sir?
now that is a nice question. That's I'm coming back to that. Nadia, please mute karo.
You can mute me. Sir, you can.
Okay, fine. So listen. So this pyramid, earlier they did not use pyramid. Okay, beginning they used to make graves only, made of carving stone. For example, there is a big stone, or in that big stones and carving, they used to keep the dead body. But later on, they started, the kings and rich people, they started to build like a pyramids, and they used to keep the mummies inside. And all this, you know that this is all built by human hands, slaves. So the Egyptians time, they used the slavery system was existed. Especially they say that they used the Jews as the slaves to build these pyramids and all. So the all is the big stones, okay? All one stone itself is will be so big like that. All now it looks like in the picture it looks very small, but when you as you go next nearer to it, one stone itself is so big. Hmm?
Yeah, in here, see, there have a small members thing.
Photo.
Okay, photo it is looks so. Now they have to use it all towers. They used to build big all towers. Now they like this a kind of a tower also they used protect the eternal sleep of the dead. So to protect them, protect from all the things. They are saying what is this inside the pyramid? You are sleeping actually. What the
Sir,
meaning
how
for you?
they build?
Humans how they build mean the human people no they keep one stone like that they had their own architecture engineering style all human beings only they build this
Sir, why they make this like so?
they
Why
made I
did
don't know to
not?
protect the body I have a life after death so I have to protect my body to live my next life I need my body so I have to take care of my body no that's why they have to keep the body inside this kind of a safest place pyramid is like a safe place
In that inside we can't go.
Okay.
you can go actually you can go inside there is an entrance and all to it and you need to go deep see you toward the center the body will
Inside.
be here you have to go through many things and come inside they that will be closed as well but nowadays it is kept open for the tourist can go inside and see okay
And sir, who make this? Means their family members is still
yeah
that
they ask so
who?
they are actually these pyramids are for kings okay big kings and queens and those family members usually pyramids are built for kings and queens and all okay not normal people they will not build for normal people it is only built for kings and the big rich people so the family members they build for them they are so that is the custom it is a custom that if you are from a kingly family or if you are from a rich family, when you die, they will bury you inside the pyramid. Shall we go ahead? Shall we go ahead?
Yeah.
Now,
Normal people not do that.
normal people. This is not for normal people, only for kings and the rich, wealthy people.
Sir, then which religion, sir?
What is that?
Which religion?
They are Egyptian. Egyptian had their own religion. We cannot say what is that. They have God of life and God of death. Hmm.
No, religions are here in there have no Hindus, Muslim, Christians. There have so many religions. Which religions are there?
See, I cannot say exact name for the there is no particular word for their religion, but what we know that they worship the God. Their God name is God of life and death. God of life and death. That's all we know. Okay. We do not know exact religion as such. I cannot we cannot name them as Hindus, Christian and all. No, nothing like that. So their God is God of life and death. That's all. Apart from that, we don't know anything.
Okay, sir.
Now the kings, Egyptian called the kings as pharaohs. Pharaohs. What do they call them? Pharaohs.
Pharaohs.
Pharaohs. The kings are called as pharaohs. Pharaoh means a person who lives in a palatial house. Palatial house means the person who lives in the palace, okay, or who lives in the highest position, highest building. So that is called a pharaoh. Pharaoh means the kings. The kings are called, Egyptian kings are called what? Pharaohs. Egyptian kings are called what? Pharaohs. Okay. So the peasants would actually rule of power Osiris now, except the pharaoh too. See, Osiris, the name of God you asked me, no, the religion that is Osiris. Saishai, they worship the Osiris. Osiris. God of life and death. God of life and death. Osiris. Okay. Now, beginning the people they accepted the rule of Osiris. They believed God. Later on, they started to give more importance to the pharaohs, the kings. People started to obey the rule of the pharaohs, rule of the kings. After an independent, prosperous life, so almost for 20 centuries. 1 century means how many years? 1 century means how many years?
100.
100, correct.
Mute.
100. 1 century consists of 100 years. Now, the Egyptians, they ruled Egypt for how many time? How many years they were independent? 20 century means 20 century means how many years?
20 to 2000 years.
2000 years.
So see, almost 2000 years, they were so independent. Egyptians were so independently, they were minding their own business. Nobody was coming to their place. So that was, they were so safe. But after the 20,000 years, 2000, no? Yeah, 2000. After 2000 years, the Arabians, you know that Arabian means Arabians are maybe your own community. Arabians are Muslims.
Yes.
Yeah. So Arabian shepherd tribe called Hyksos. So after 2000 years ago, there is from Arabia, the shepherd community. Shepherd community, we can say that it is from David or kind of a thing. It's a Christianity, is attached to Christianity as well. So Arabian community, the shepherd community called Hyksos, they attacked the Egypt people and the Egypt lost in the battle. And after the Arabians, they took over Egypt. And the Arabians, they ruled Egypt for how many years? 500 years. Arabians ruled Egypt for how many years?
5
centuries.
500 years. Just 500 years. The Arabians were. Now, these 500 years, what did they do? The Arabian, they took away all the riches, all the gold, all the big treasures, all the big money, coins, everything from Egypt. Whatever they can take away from Egypt, during that period time, in 500 years, the Arabians took away everything. Okay. Now, not only that, now the Jews, you know the Jews, Jesus Christ is a Jew. You know that, right? He's a Jew, no? First, he was not a Christian. Jesus himself was a Jew. The first Judaism is a religion. So the Jews people, that is, we say that is Moses. You have, do you in your do you study anything? Anything about Moses or Musa? You have that name, no? Musa.
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, you know about
Right,
Musa.
sir.
That's the
Musa.
same. Yeah, Musa, the same story. Yeah. So Musa, they travel. Actually, they came to Egypt. So they were there Jewish time before Musa. They were the Egyptians were. That time the Jewish people were ruling Egypt for some time. So the Jewish people were helping the administration, for especially the person called Joseph, or he was taking care of the administration, all of Egypt, everything. So Jews were ruling Egypt for some period of time.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Who is that? Who is that? Good morning. Okay. So they were ruling for some time, some period of time, the administration, or along with the Jewish people, along with the Egyptians, the Jewish people also worked for some time. But the Egyptian did not like the Jews. They did not like to work with the Jew people because the collecting tax, everything was done by the Jews. Jews were helping them for collecting the tax, giving distribution of rice and all the good things to the other people, and doing a lot of administration work. But the Egyptian, later on, they did not like the Jewish people because the Jews coming to more power that the Egyptians did not like at all. We'll finish with this. Okay, one more last para I'll finish. With that, we'll finish today's Egyptian civilization. Okay. In 1700 BCE, BCE means before Common Era, the people of Thebes rose in revolt against the foreigners. After prolonged conflict, the succeeded in driving Hyksos out of their country. Egypt became free once again. After 1000 years, it became under the rule of Sardan al-Palur of Assyria. Okay. Now I told you Egyptian were there. Egyptian were taken over by Arabia. Arabia, no? Now the Egyptians are under the control of whom? Arabians. His causes, right? They were there for 500 years. After that, there was a new Thebes. There is a Thebes. There was a group of people of Thebes. There was some kind of a revolt. There was some kind of war was happening. People were not happy about local people coming here. Some foreigners from other country coming and ruling them. So they told, we cannot live under you. Then there was a big revolt, a big fight was happening. Once again, Egypt became independent. Egypt became free. Like India, we became free, like India was under the British time. So the India started to protest, lot of satyagraha, people started to revolt against it, like that. The people of Egypt also revolted against it and they become free once again. You understand that?
Yes.
Okay. Now it come under the rule of Sardanapalus of Assyria. Then the Assyria, it came under, then the Assyrians, they took over Assyria, Egypt. Assyrians came after his causes. Then the Persians. One of you can read?
Yes, sir. Can I?
Yeah.
In one.
Okay, the Persian emperor.
The Persian emperor Cambyses occupied Egypt in the 6th century BCE. Alexander occupied Persia in the 4th century BCE. Okay. Egypt became a province of Macedonia, one of Alexander.
Macedonia. Egypt became the province of Macedonia. See, first the Persian emperor, Assyria came, then the Cambyses from Persia to, then the Alexander. You heard about Alexander the Great, right?
No, sir.
Have you heard about Alexander the Great?
No.
Alexander who captured almost all the world. He's from Rome. Macedonia, he came and he captured one place to one place. He's a great emperor. You should know about it. Go and search in the Google who is Alexander. Find out. So Alexander is a great ruler. He's like a great warrior and he's a great king. He captured almost all the parts of the world. And he almost reached from Western country to he almost reached the part of India as well. But on the way to India, they say that he died. Okay. So the Alexander occupied the Persia was, so that time Egypt was under the control of Persia, but Persia was captured by Alexander the Great. Then it came under the Macedonia. It under the Macedonia. Okay, continue. Continue, Aisha.
Yes, sir. One of the Alexander military journal declared himself the king of Egypt and established
the
dynasty of the Ptolemy. He founded the city of Alexandria. At last came the Romans in 39 BCE. The last Egyptian queen Cleopatra tried her best to save her country. It was said that the Romans feared her beauty more than her troops. Twice she was successful in her attack upon the hearts of her Roman conquerors. However, in 30 BCE, Caesar's successor, his son-in-law Augustus did not
succumb to her beauty like his father-in-law, but defeated her army, though he spared her life. When he planned to carry her away along with the other spoils of the bed, Cleopatra consumed poison and ended her life. From then onwards, Egypt became the province of Rome. See, now this story is very interesting. Okay, listen, pay attention. I will give a summary. All of you pay attention. As I told, first the Egypt was independent. After the Egypt was independent, the Arabians, they took over Egypt. From Arabians, once again, the Jews came. Then again, the Persians took over. Persians took over Egypt. But again, the Persians lost the battle with the Alexander of Macedonia. I told you Alexander is coming from Rome. Okay, Alexander is coming from where? Rome. Where? Alexander is from where? Rome, Greek, that western part of country. So he's coming from there. So this Alexander of Macedonia, their army captured Egypt, and their army captured Egypt. Now Alexander, he appointed one person in charge for the Egypt. So that person is called Ptolemy. Ptolemy was a person, administrative general. He appointed him to take over Egypt. But he founded, he was in charge of that place, and he founded a city called Alexandria. Okay, he founded that Ptolemy. He founded a big city called Alexandria. Then this become a big kingdom. That Egypt become under the control of Macedonia. It become a small kingdom, and then on. Then the last came the Ptolemy, the last Egyptian queen. They say among all the Egyptian, the last Egyptian queen was Cleopatra. Who was that? Cleopatra. Cleopatra was she's very, very beautiful. She's the most beautiful woman in the world. Okay. Till now, they say that Cleopatra is the most beautiful woman ever in the world. She's so beautiful, they say. We don't know. Okay, so what is this? Cleopatra was the last queen of Egypt, but she was trying to save. So Ptolemy, I don't know, the Macedonia, Ptolemy, they are not from Rome, they are from Macedonia. Macedonia is completely from different country. Okay, don't mix up. Macedonia is not from Rome. So this Macedonia, Ptolemy came. Then the last Egyptian queen was Cleopatra. Cleopatra she was trying to save her country from all the enemies, especially the Romans, because the Rome was that time very powerful kingdom. They were capturing all the places. Why? But Rome, she could somehow save the country by her beauty. Cleopatra was so beautiful. So Julius Caesar, you know that the emperor called Julius Caesar was the emperor of Rome. He fell in love. He fell in love with Cleopatra's beauty, and they were in love. The Cleopatra and Julius Caesar was in love, and then it was going on. Then the Egypt was under the control of her only. But after Julius Caesar died, their son-in-law Augustus Caesar came. Augustus Caesar did not fall in love with the beauty of Cleopatra. So what happened? Augustus Caesar defeated Egypt, and he took over Egypt, and even he took Cleopatra and all the prisoners, or he took all of them as prisoners. He was taking them to their places. As he was taking them, this Cleopatra, she consumed poison, and she ended her life. She died like that. And then on, Egypt become the one of the province of Rome, and Egypt under the control of Rome. That's how Egypt become the one of the province, or Egypt come under the control of Rome. You understand now? Now I'm pausing here. It is a little bit confusing, but you got some idea how Egypt went into the hand of Romans? Stop sharing. Okay, now let's get back. You all understood what are the things Egypt is known for, what are the Egypt's contributions, how Egyptian civilization started and how it ended. Especially that is very important, how it started and how it ended. It started at Nile River. At last it ended with Cleopatra. When Cleopatra died, the Egyptian civilization also ended. Then Egypt become part of Rome province. Now clear, everyone? If you understood, please give me thumbs up. Okay, Bhavani, you understood. What about Arfat? What about Manan? What about Saishai, Aisha Taj, Simran?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you have some kind of clarity. If any doubt, please reach out to me. Okay, if you have a lot of doubts about sir,
Okay, sir. We will reach out to you.
yeah. If you have any doubt, reach out to me. I will send a video. I will send a video of Egyptian civilization. Okay, I will send a video.
Okay.
As well. Watch that video. Huh?
Stop the recording, sir.
Okay. So I will definitely do that. I will send the video to everyone.